I'd make a vlog about some of my coolest memories. Maybe not the coolest memories, but memories that warm my heart when I think about them. Um, I'm 19, so I have 19 years of memories. One of my strongest memories that I have is my dad really liked Queen. He really likes Queen. He would play Bohemian Rhapsody, and me and my brother and my dad would just jam out to it. We would headbang and stuff, and we were like little kids in the back of the car just jamming to Bohemian Rhapsody. So I feel like that song's kind of ingrained into my blood now, because that and Come Sail Away by Styx, they're I don't remember the first time I heard them because it was just there forever. Another cool memory I remember when I have a lot of memories of partying, which I guess shouldn't be my coolest memories, but I can't remember being a little kid that much. I remember I sang Tomorrow from Annie, and my into my friend Teresa's phone, and her little sister picked up and started laughing at me. That's kind of a bad memory. I don't want to think about it. Don't want to talk about it anymore. I remember fucking up my dance recital. I had a solo, and I just stood there because I forgot the parts. And I remember afterwards just crying because I knew what the part was, but it probably happens to everybody. You get up there. I've been on stage for a lot of my life. I like it. It's cool. I'm not on there. I'm not on stage anymore. I was a theater major for a little while, and then I left that school. Another cool memory I have. I remember I was about probably 15 or 16 years old. Probably 15 because I don't think we could drive yet. And I was at my friend Katrina's house, and there was this farm that another friend of ours has up the road from her, so her mom would let her drive the car up there. So we went up to the farm, and there was a little spot with a little pond and two benches that made an L and a fire pit and stuff. And me, my friend Katrina, my friend Courtney, and Paul and Butch and somebody else. Corky, maybe? I don't know. But it was kind of our first experience of hanging out all night. You know, when you're 15. Well, now, kids that are 15 are pregnant and fucked up, so. When I was 15, we hung out there. And I remember just we hung out by the fire, we drank. Yeah, we were 15, but we drank. It's not an uncommon thing. We drank, and we just hung out by the fire, and we all hung out, and we waited for the sun to come up, and we sat on the rocking swing at Katrina's house and watched the sun come up. And it was just weird because the guys that we were hanging out with weren't exactly my friends, not exactly Katrina's friends either. Courtney was kind of friends with them, but it was just weird because we didn't really care. We just hung out, and it wasn't about, hey, we don't really hang out with you, and this is not, not our class, not our structure that we're supposed to be in. We're not supposed to really be hanging out with each other, but we are all night, and it's cool. That was a really good memory for me. I remember also, when I was 15 and 16, I hung out with Katrina a lot, and she was pretty much my best friend at the time. I remember getting really drunk, for the first time I ever got wasted drunk, and that's probably the drunkest I've ever been, because I won't let myself get to that point again. I drank a lot of vodka. Way too much vodka for a 16-year-old kid to be drinking. 16-year-old kids shouldn't really be drinking, I guess, but it was a lot. And I blacked out for a second, and I woke up throwing up because Katrina like dragged me to the bathroom. Woke up throwing up, and then I was on the floor, then I was throwing up again, then I was on the floor, and I was begging for my mom. I was like, please just call my mom. I'm so drunk, I'm so sick, just call my mom. And they're like, we're not fucking calling your mom, you bitch. Katrina kicked me on the ground. She kicked me. And she's like, you need to suck it up. You need to get the fuck up and stop crying. And it was so weird. Like, ugh. It's just my first memory of really being drunk. I was 16 years old. I got drunk another time at David George's 18th birthday party, and I was there with my friend Sarah, and I didn't know that you weren't supposed to mix alcohol, like beer and liquor and everything. I didn't know you weren't supposed to mix that together. And I had probably a good 8 shots of vodka, 2 shots of Hennessy, a couple beers, a couple Zimas. Like it was an all night thing. We were drinking for a while. I had a bunch of shit that shouldn't mix, and we went, or my friend Sarah went out to my car with some kid, and yeah, and then he comes back into the garage where everybody was drinking, and he's like, Shannon, you gotta go take care of your friend Sarah. I gotta go. I'm like, okay. Took me about 10 minutes to walk across the garage because I was that drunk. We were trying to give her water and stuff. We got her home, got her to my house. I carried her upstairs. I carried her into my house. She threw up on my shoe. I carried her into my house. We got upstairs. I got her in my brother's bed because my brother wasn't home. I got her in there. I went in my bed, and I just threw up for like 5 days. It was 3 days before Christmas that this happened, so I was still sick with alcohol poisoning until after Christmas. And I remember I was on the ground crawling and throwing up, and my mom was like, this is the sickest I've ever seen you, we should get you to a doctor. And I'm like, no, I'm fine. I should have gone to a doctor. I was probably severely dehydrated and shit. But yeah, memories. Being drunk, being a little kid, fucking up a little bit. What are you gonna do? That's all I gotta say. So, there you have it. My memories. Peace!